Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about another conspiracy, but as for my last conspiracy video, I'm just going to say something real quick. Like, I literally do not care if you keep putting hate comments on that video, which the last conspiracy video I made of Sniper Wolf copying me. Because, like, I literally do not care. Like, Sniper Wolf supporters, I mean, okay, let's just say this. Sniper Wolf supporters can be good, but, like, some of them are, like, little kids that don't even know what doxing is. Doxing is where she showed someone's address on stream and she should have got canceled for that. Like, she should have been off the platform once and for all. So, yeah, I do not feel bad at all, if you think I do. Anyway, some glossy GFX I've just made on Roblox. You can now buy it as a game pass on Roblox if you see my stand. So don't be afraid to buy it. It's only like 3 Robux now because I'm trying to get more sales. But anyways, yeah. So I actually have a few conspiracies today that they kind of do make sense to me, but like they'll all tie up into one event, which you'll see later. And no, I did not find this online. I am literally just like going along with lore that I made based off of things from the movies. Okay, so the first theory I have is that Robin Hood came first before Jungle Book. And I do think that this has to tie into the original Jungle Book that came in '67, while Robin Hood came a few years after that. So, let me explain real quick. Okay, so we know that Robin Hood probably took place way before Jungle Book, but then again, it was like taking place in Britain, so like I'm assuming that either this was like way, the timeline was way before Jungle Book, or like that Jungle Book was actually, let me explain, actually taken place a few hundred years after that. Now, it's not clarified when the heck this movie does take place, so I had to take it upon myself to, like, make up these crazy theories myself, but yeah. So that made me wonder, are these two particular characters related? So, like, we know in Jungle Book, there is Kaa, and then in Robin Hood, there is Sir Hiss. So that made me wonder, is it that Baloo and Little John are related, or was it the fact that Sir Hiss and Kaa were related in the distant family of pythons? Because, like it does establish in both movies, they are technically both pythons, they just come from different places. But I do have another thing that kind of relates to this. So that basically Little John is related to, yep, that's right, Baloo himself. Honestly, in other opinions too, people have been thinking that they reused some animation from Shere Khan to make Prince John. I think that's true, but like, I don't think they inspired the character off of Shere Khan. Because, like, honestly, I don't think they're even related because, like we established before, pythons and bears are, like, the same thing. But, like, a tiger and a lion, those are two different species, guys. Like, no, I don't think so. Now, for our final review, we're going to be talking about Zootopia 2 for the big theory here. So sit back, guys. So basically, they said there were no humans in this world, right? So that basically puts our whole theories I just said, like, out the window, because, like, if there were no humans to begin with, then Wait. What if the reason snakes were bad was because they ate all the humans? Like, what if Jungle Book really was just like a multiverse? And all that happened in Robin Hood was in a different universe than Zootopia. So maybe they executed all the humans and probably thought of they got rid of all of them. But I don't think a human's actually going to show up in Zootopia 2, considering a human has not showed up yet. Then again, a snake has not showed up yet. I honestly don't know. But then we can flip things around again, and like we can say that Robin Hood actually, there was a time before Robin Hood where humans actually existed, and let's just say animals evolved with their brains getting larger so they could speak and like do other human things. So here's the big question. Was Robin Hood first or was Jungle Book? I honestly do still think Robin Hood was first, even though there were humans in Jungle Book and like Robin Hood had 0 humans. But I do think of another reason that could be. Maybe humans had fled to somewhere else, because in the movie, let me pull it up. So if we look closer at the map again, sorry guys, I had to like screencast my YouTube because I literally could not find it anywhere else, so Sir Hiss is gonna just be there. So if we look at it, we notice that that's basically the whole thing, right? Like, this is the whole map, and like, yeah, but like, if we look over to the side over here, there it is. So I do think why the map was so small is because animals rule somewhere else, but then like the humans, they also live somewhere else, which is why we don't ever get a Robin Hood 2, because like we just established, they basically ruled somewhere else. So maybe the humans took the land back after the movie? I mean, I wouldn't be sure because we never got a Robin Hood 2 to explain anything about this. So yeah, there's that. So basically, what does that mean? What that actually means is that humans actually live there too, but I guess Zootopia was built on that side of the map, so I guess we won't see any humans. But also assuming that the fact that they were wearing human clothes, like how'd they even get that? Like they had to come from somewhere, the first clothes that were put on animals. So the question is, what the heck happened to them? Well, unfortunately, there's no more details I could provide the answer to this, but we do have another theory that has to relate to the new Zootopia movie. Okay guys, we are back. Anyways, now we want to talk about Gary from Zootopia 2, the newer snake character. And I want to talk about what his role in the movie might be based on all of this information. For one, I obviously don't think he's going to be a villain, like a secondary antagonist at all. I think he's going to be like one of the main characters, but like, yeah, but like in the trailer, they're trying to look for him. So I don't think he's going to have a really big role. I think he's just going to be like, just chilling there. Anyways, what I was saying was, I think Gary's like going to be like a little side character. Sort of like another side character, but like he'll play a bigger role at the like end of the film, endish of the film. Because I feel like the movies, instead of having a snake as a main character, they just had a rabbit and a fox for a main character. So I don't think it's going to be more about the snake, but more about them. Okay, so there are my thoughts on the role. Now we're going to get into my personal theory for the movie. that will actually be conflicted when the movie actually comes out, but here's what I would imagine it to happen if they ever did this kind of idea again. For one, in the trailer, we saw a little skin piece of a snake, so we can assume that Gary got kidnapped by people, or he ran away, possibly ran away, actually. But here's my take on it. Honestly, I think in this little fanfiction world of mine, I would prefer for him to get taken and then, like, Judy and Nick having to find him, but only to realize that Gary had given in to his hypnotism urges and became evil. But honestly, like I said, that probably won't happen considering Disney would not do that again. That is way too overused. But anyways, I think that would be it. That's all I can think of. Besides adding Ka and Sirhis, which definitely won't be in the movie. Because like I said, they would not make that mistake again. Anyways, guys, that's my whole take on these theories. And yeah, I did improvise with some of the theories a little bit, but only to make them a little bit more interesting. And actually make them more realistic too, so that if Baloo and Lil Jon were like related, I could see that actually happening. But like for the fanfiction theory, which I just made, I literally could not see that happening at all. Like they would not do that again. Anyways, bye guys. Hope you have a good day. Bye guys. Enjoy your day or night. Bye bye.